You want this to be on?
I do.
Oh, this computer, girl.
I know, that's the scary part, right? Trying to do something to this.
Hey, Romaine. Hey, Christina's iPhone. Carla. How is
Hello.
it? Listen, y'all
How
can
y'all
unmute
doing?
yourself. This is going to be a talking, interactive class. Unmute yourself. Unmute
Friday.
Happy
I want some of that meal you guys got.
Huh?
I want some of that meal you guys are cooking up.
Wait, honey, you supposed to be cooking too.
I can't.
She don't look like she in the kitchen, y'all.
So Donna and I are going to be doing this together. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. And as you all know, I think we've said it before, on Mondays, Donna and I try, and we've done most of them, to walk. And we walk 5 miles on Mondays. It's like a team building, working and walking at the same time. And we really get a lot done.
Conference calls and taking notes. Hey.
You know, when I think of community health workers, that word health, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Health. Our spiritual health, our physical health, our intellectual health, our cultural health, emotional health, our mental health, our environmental health, all of those things makes us healthy. And of course, good food.
Yes.
Can't be all them things and not have some good food to go along with it. So today we're going to talk about some different kind of food, but good food. And I say different because not a lot of people want to enjoy this lovely cabbage. Yes or no? Truth in the chat. Have you ever cooked a purple cabbage? Yes or no in the chat? Let me see.
No.
Nope, not never.
There's one no.
Romaine?
Nope, not never.
I
can't say no. I got to say nope and not
Yes,
never.
Let's see if somebody we got a yes out there. We know there's a yes out there. Look.
We got a yes. Who's that?
Let's see. Kelly
and Centrell. So they have cooked with the purple cabbage. So we have green cabbage and we have purple cabbage. Now we are in Donna's lovely kitchen, so I forgot to bring the other cabbage. But let me tell you one of the things that I love to do with food. I love to mix and match. You know how you can have some clothes, these shoes go with this dress and that top go with those pants? Well, I like to do that with food. And I like a lot of colors, so I dress. Speaking of colors,
I like this.
I love it. Love it.
Me too.
And let me tell you what
Like that.
This was the, you know, I got this t-shirt last year when they had their annual luncheon. And unfortunately this year due to COVID, they could not have the luncheon, but it was virtual, but it was the same time as our board meeting. So I missed it. So in honor of me saying I'm sorry for missing Family Solutions annual meeting, first of all, and it was virtual. I'm repping y'all today.
And I'm wearing blue and white just because.
She's repping y'all too. So again, I hope your conference, I know it was a success. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. And I hope next year we will be able to be back in person. Okay, so I know we only got 30 minutes and I'm gonna try to make sure we get it all in. Purple cabbage. You know, anytime you see something, okay. Whenever things have this darker color, cabbage, beets, anything deep red, it's really good for your blood. It's good for you and good for your blood. So I love green cabbage, love. But I also try to intentionally eat purple cabbage. Again, because of the natural, I think it's lycopene. Lycopene, same things as into. We want to always try to eat those things. Okay, you know, we know about the colors. So we want to have a lot of colors. And speaking of colors, Let me show you these
And,
colors.
and also, it's a great antioxidant. So it has those components that are going to help your body fight off cancer. So the more you put in of those things, the better off.
So if someone walked into Donna's kitchen right now, they would say, oh, it smells so good in here because it does.
It does.
Let me tell you something. Onions. With onions, you have red onions, you have white onions, and you have yellow onions, or some people say brown onions. You have spring onions, you have shallots, you have red, yellow,
Scallion.
brown scallions. Some people say brown, or some people say yellow. You know what? For me, they all taste, they have their own distinct taste. When I'm cooking, I prefer white with certain things. I prefer brown with certain things. Yeah, I'm picky like that with my onions. So let me tell you a little bit about me in the kitchen.
She's a
I'm gonna confess, I'm a food snob. I'm a kitchen gadget snob. I know, that's the only snob I am. I love kitchen gadgets. And I love good food. And if food is not good, and if it don't taste like, you know, like really good, I don't like it. I'm not satisfied. There have been times, hey Wilma, there have been times when I have eaten a whole meal and it wasn't good and I was still feeling hungry. I know my body was not hungry, but my mind was telling me, girl, you still want to eat, because I wasn't satisfied. So food has to be satisfying, or we're not gonna feel like we have eaten. So sometimes that makes us overeat when we weren't satisfied with what we had. So, okay, getting back, I digress. We have squash. We're gonna cook this, we're gonna saute the squash separately. Now with vegetables, growing up, my mommy, my grandmother, the cabbage and the squash was cooked like for hours and hours. We're not gonna do that no more. We're not gonna do that today. We're going to just, you know, slightly put some heat on it, because we know as soon as we throw it in that pan, the nutritional value is gonna start to diminish the more heat we put on it. So all of my vegetables have a crunch to it. Gives your mouth a good workout. Yes, I know. We're not supposed to have our cabbage mush. We're not supposed to have any of our vegetables like just really soft. Most of us grew up that way. I know. I did too. But that's not how I cook the stuff. And I don't want you to cook that stuff. Be cooked that way because I want you to still retain some of the nutritional value that's in the foods. So we have some squash, yellow squash, and we know what, we have green squash also. We didn't bring it today, but I'm saying when we talk about squash, you know, pumpkin is in the squash family. So we got yellow squash, we got green squash, which is zucchini. And then we got the acorn squash and the spaghetti squash, and maybe one time we'll do some butternut squash.
Okay.
We'll do a good soup with the butternut squash. We have some ginger. So we're gonna chop the ginger up real fine, and everything that you see here, you can do it with a knife. Now I was telling you I like kitchen gadgets. Give me that over there. Sometimes I use this, which is a microplane, and I grade my ginger or my carrots, or a lot of us have this in our home.
Grandma.
She said grandma. Or you can just simply use a knife. Just use a knife. Careful. Okay, like again, I love kitchen gadgets.
That's a nice one. It's not mine, so I guess it's going back.
Yes, I'm protective of my stuff, my kitchen stuff. So I hope everybody saw that. We have some ginger. Can somebody type in the chat, what is ginger good for? And you can put this in all your vegetables and all your food. What is it good for? I don't see nobody talking in the chat. You can unmute your phone. Wilma, what is it good for? Kindell, Kelly, Carla, Romaine, somebody talk to me.
Give us a guess.
What is ginger good for? Nausea? Yes, yes. Hey, Tracy. Yes. Yes. Ginger is good for everything. So
sore throat, Kelly says.
Stress.
Okay. And we have two more things that we're putting in our dish today. Again, we're just having fun in the kitchen. We're talking about our health, talking about nutrition. Carrots. I simply chop them up. You know, we don't eat carrots a lot, I don't think. We should.
Wilma says ginger is good for eating.
Good for eating too.
And
It's
colds.
spicy too.
Colds and blood pressure. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Remember, probably all of us at some point had a stomach ache, and our mommy or grandmama or somebody said, "Go get you some ginger ale."
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell y'all something about that ginger ale. Get you some ginger. Ginger ale has so much sugar in it. Now I love ginger ale. Might drink once a month, but it has so much sugar. And speaking of sugar, I know I'm eating with my mouth, talking with my mouth full. That's not politically correct, but what? Guess what? We family and we in the kitchen.
That's right.
And we do this when we're in the kitchen. So I'm pretending that all of y'all are here with me. And we're doing this together. I hate we're not together. But what was I saying, Donna?
So she's eating all the carrots. That's what she's saying. Yeah, prevent stress. It's good for hair, skin, and nails. I didn't know that, Wilma. And prevent stress and damage to your body's DNA. Is somebody Googling this? No.
That's
good. That's good.
Now I do know, I read that there's a lot of research that shows that ginger is the most used spice in the world.
Wow. Okay.
Ginger is the number one. All countries use ginger, and that it is the one spice that has been used in a lot of scientific cancer prevention studies.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So this is some of our color.
There's that delicious purple cabbage cut up.
Mm-hmm. Well, now let's get the cracking in here.
The cracking. You go.
One other thing that I like to do, I like to have music. So whatever music, I want to encourage you when you're in the kitchen, put on some fun music, some good music, and just have a good time. We're using purple cabbage again because of the color and the benefits that it has. We want to use start eating more foods that have a lot more colors. And we know we got the benefits. So we have 2 pots over here.
I'm
Don't put
bring
another camera in.
y'all in a little closer so y'all can see that.
I thought we were going to have 2 cameras.
But then the other one.
That's all good. We're gonna figure this out.
There. I'm just gonna bring y'all in. There you go. Welcome to the kitchen.
I'm gonna keep on eating.
So what do we need to do? I'm not really the chef. She's the chef. So
I'm a self-proclaimed chef. My food to me tastes better than anybody else's food. It really does. Before COVID, I used to go out to eat sometime. Whenever I go out to eat and I order something, I would go home and make it again. Make it my version. I would make it my version. So you know, it's winter. Well, it's beginning. Seasons is getting ready to change, and so I eat different in the summertime than I do the wintertime. In the wintertime, I eat more. I'm gonna say heavy, warm foods. A lot of soups. I do not eat soups in the summertime because it makes me sweat when I eat in the summertime. I don't know what that is. Like
for me, it's hot flashes. So
I may have hot flashes.
I don't know if any of y'all can relate. Ginger's not helping.
So I'm put a bit more in there. So we put some oil in the pan, and I always like to saute my onions first. So for those of you who are cooking along with us, I hope your pan is hot. Is this hot? You want to get warm first.
But you want it real hot.
Yeah, because when I throw it in, I like to hear that sizzle. Any questions? Any questions for us in terms of to talk about food, about nutrition, about health? Donna, tell me your background.
My background in health. Oh, hey y'all. So my background in health is more on the fitness side. So I do walk programs, personal training, group fitness training, and I also do classes on health, just health coaching all together. So I have a company called Positive Projections, and it's all about doing holistic health and collaborations with people who do holistic health, helping the communities heal naturally.
Okay. So we can turn it down.
Prevention is better than a pound of cure, right?
Ounce of prevention. So it ain't hot enough yet.
So she needs to hear that thing popping. It's gonna be popping in just a second. So I hope everybody, look, this walking program that you're gonna get an email about real soon, we want everyone to join in this program. We're gonna walk together because it's fall, it's beautiful outside, it's a little cooler. So what we're challenging you to do, everyone, is to get a partner. Maybe it's your coworker, maybe it is one of your constituents, the groups that you work with. Get them to join you, and we're going to have challenges. The challenges are going to be for 4 weeks, 5 days a week, at least 30 minutes a day. We want to kind of record how many steps or how many miles that you walk. And then each week, you're going to provide that information. And then we're going to put it at a table. And at the end of the week, we're going to give some, shout outs and awards. But at the end of the 4 weeks, we're going to have some prizes that we're going to send to people who are most consistent, those who have the most team participation. We're going to have some awards for, what is the other one? I had it written down. Consistency, participation, distance. So we already plan on having some great prizes for everyone. So how do y'all feel about that? Give me a thumbs up, an interaction, a thumbs down. I ain't walking. I'm gonna walk.
We
As a
walk.
matter of fact, I'm gonna walk
We gotta be healthy.
an hour. Y'all walking. This type of healthy food plus activity is going to take you guys through the roof. And stress relief, number one. All right, we got
Okay.
some popping.
So I put the onions. They're sauteing now. They've been doing this for a few minutes, so now I am going to just put on top of it, I'm gonna put the cabbage. Okay? Again, we're not gonna cook it long. And also, I already have the squash going. So I got the squash going. It's a little on low. And we're gonna put this back on. And remember when I used the microplane and I did the carrots and the ginger? So I don't know if you can see some of the ginger is in here. Some is in the back. So I'm just gonna put this, I'm gonna tap this. And now it's in the pot. I just put a little bit, but I'm gonna put some more. And you know what? Ginger gives your food such a really good, delicious flavor. So we're gonna let this warm up. So we got the onions and the cabbage going. And over here we have the squash. Got that going. I'm sorry.
I can't really stir. I'm not great at everything else. Right?
Do we have any questions? Again, we want you to try some new foods, do some different things, mix and match. Today we have the purple cabbage. We have the carrots. We're going to put remember we want to do colors. Okay.
I wish y'all could smell it because it's really kind of coming to life over here.
So the cabbage has been on a little bit, and now guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm just pour this in there. So we have 3 colors now. We're gonna let this cook for a second. I'm gonna talk for a second. The top of there. One of the things that I don't really do, I don't measure a lot. I think when people sometimes cook with a lot of measurements, it makes them a little intimidated or not, so much fun. So I want to say to you, use your intuition. You have to do it, But use your intuition. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And if you keep doing it long enough, it'll start to come to you. So like things come to me. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I say this. In the middle of the night, a recipe would come to me. Like what to put with what. Again, remember I told you in the beginning, Kelly laughing at me. I know Kelly, I'm crazy. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about my food journey. In 1992, I was in a terrible, terrible car accident. Well, the car accident wasn't so bad, but the after effects of the car accident, my car was totaled. I was reared in, and they sent me to the hospital, but they said everything was fine, but something didn't feel right. Well, 2 days later, I was bleeding internally, and so I had to have emergency surgery. And after that, I had 3 more life-threatening surgeries because of the internal bleeding. They couldn't figure out where it was coming from. They thought it was a ruptured spleen, so they had to go in and Donna's gonna handle this while I'm telling you this. I was sick literally for 5 years. Just sick, tired, on a lot of medications from the surgeries, because the first surgery was an exploratory surgery, but as a result of the first surgery, I had so many complications. So if we can do anything to prevent ourselves from having any type of surgery, let's do whatever it is.
Yes, definitely.
So after the 5th year, I just said, I don't want to live like this no more. And I did what you're not supposed to do. I threw all of the medicines away. And I went back to eating the way I ate growing up. And that was with fresh whole foods. And I turned my health, my life around. With food, number 1. Number 2, I started to do yoga, meditate. So it was a holistic thing, but I could not no longer eat. That's when I became vegetarian in 1992. Because whenever I ate the meat, I would be so sick. Now, if I didn't think I would get in trouble, I would show you the scar that I have so that you can see that I have a scar like from here all the way down. So it affected my digestive tract. So after that, I couldn't eat anymore. Whenever I ate meat, I was sick because they just like butchered me. Now, that's a bad way to put it, but that's how it looked. So I did what I could to feel good, and I used whole foods, and I had to stop eating the meat. But let me say something about meat. What, in my opinion, what makes the meat have such a bad effect on our lives now is because of what the meat is being fed, or what the animals are being fed. It's what they're not being fed what they should be. And we have all heard the expression, you are what you eat. Yes. Like I ate something yesterday and I felt a little heartburn. That means I don't need to eat that. If you eat something and your eyes start to itch or you get heartburn, you don't need to eat that no more. Don't go in. What I used to do before I turned my life around with food, I would, you got a minute straight over there?
I do.
Okay. I would take, at the time it was Tagamet, I won't say Nexium, all of the digestive aids. Y'all, guess what? We don't need those if we eat a certain way. You don't. The body will heal itself. The body has a miraculous way of knowing what we're supposed to have. Now, again, when we put something in our bodies that it's not supposed to have, it's going to tell us. Everybody can't eat everything. Again, if you eat something and it doesn't fit right, it doesn't feel right, you get some indigestion, don't eat it. Think about it. Now, I know a lot of people, we've grown up on certain things, we eat certain things. And some of us, I'm sure nobody on this line, but if you're on this line and you get mad because I say this, call me later. Some of us will eat something that we know we're not supposed to eat, and then we'll take our medicine. Kelly laughing at me again. See, Kelly's the only face I can see laughing at me. I know a few of y'all others probably laughing at me too. But yeah, so people in my family, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this pig feet, but I'm gonna drink my vinegar. No, we won't do it like that. Okay, so we're done. We're done. Oh, I gotta put some more. Did you put some more?
Some more.
Okay, good. Y'all know what? I'm gonna hit this with. She got some garlic powder. I'm gonna put a little garlic powder on this. Yeah, come on, let's plate it right quick. I'll put a little bit of garlic powder. She got some turmeric. I'm gonna throw some turmeric in there too. Ain't gonna hurt it. Spice is good for you. I'll put a little turmeric in here.
Play with it. Have fun with this food.
Okay. You turn it off. Turn both of them off. Okay. So you know that we haven't been cooking with this. Okay. What would you like? We're gonna put some carrots on there. And then I want that little crisp on that squash. I want that to show. I want to show them that.
Yummy. Look at this, guys. This is beauty in a plate.
Look at that.
Come
I wish
on.
I could try it. So listen, I have a reputation of not being in the kitchen longer than 30 minutes. So I'm going to stick with that reputation. It doesn't take long, people. It does not take long.
And imagine how inexpensive this is. It is very inexpensive, very quick, very delicious. Wait, I guess I gotta try it.
I threw the squash on top of this. If you want to, you can put the squash
Oh,
in
I'll
there
get
too.
you another plate.
She still has the crunch.
Mm,
The crunch is on everything. Yeah.
it is.
And if y'all notice, we didn't use any salt, and I know I like salt. I usually put a little dash because it brings out the flavor, but we didn't put any salt in this.
But you know, without the salt on this, especially on the squash, without the salt, it tastes so clean. I mean, I get this fresh squash taste. It's amazing.
Okay.
So this right here for me is lunch. Now I'm gonna tell you what I might do is put like some. Let me show you real quick.
Anybody have any questions? Let me look in the chat.
Parmesan cheese on the top, maybe, because that's gonna give you a little salty to it. She might not do, but I will.
I mean,
But
try, girl.
look, it's all about
It's a
at
dressing.
least getting some vegetables.
Well, then let's go ahead and throw it on there. Let's see what
Yeah.
it looks like.
Get some
You can
fresh
put it on
vegetables.
each one.
Yeah,
Parmesan
especially on
cheese.
my.
Okay, Donna did it like
There
that.
you
All
go.
right, that's real cute. Show them that plate.
See,
I don't know if you can get that.
can y'all see that?
Trying to show her cheese. All right. So
Right there.
thank y'all so much for joining Bonita and Donna in the kitchen.
Thank you.
30-minute meal. Y'all can do that real quick, right? So I want everybody to try purple cabbage. Get you some carrots, squash, fix it up. Easy peasy, inexpensive. Because we all here. It's expensive. It costs a lot. It's more expensive to eat healthy. Super cheap. What's expensive is if you go to Whole Foods and buy all your food there. That's what's expensive. All right.
Farmers
Take
market.
care. Gotta go. Thank you,
Lori
Wilma.
and Wilma, thank you.
Great
And
job.
Dennis Kelly.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Y'all do the
Bye,
same.
Wilma. Take care. Y'all want y'all to eat. And I want y'all to
Thank you. Bye.
Yes. Love y'all. Hopefully we'll
Thank
see
you.
y'all soon.
Bye-bye.
Carla, come on, guys. We love you. Take care. Have a great
Bye.
weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye. We're going to take a picture there.
Bye.
Bye. Yes. Oh, yeah. We have to take it.
Let me eat.